Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel Magnetize Official. This is going to be a twin flame reading video, so I'll be channeling the energy of both the divine feminine and the divine masculine collective. I'm starting off by shuffling the Energy Oracle card deck if you want to help me connect more deeply with your energy and channel insights that are even more tuned to you and your situation. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. These simple actions create an energy exchange that helps me tap into your unique vibes more clearly. Alright, let's dive in. I'm starting by shuffling the cards and tuning into the energy. The first card we have is the Door to Romance Upright, which is interestingly aligned with the throat chakra. This suggests that someone is ready to open up about their feelings. When I checked the bottom of the deck, I saw the Deceit and Contract cards, both reversed. This indicates that communication is coming through from someone in a romantic context who might be ready to confess or reveal some truth. They seem to be emerging from a tough period or a karmic cycle. Additionally, we have the Thinking Man card in reverse. I'm getting the image of someone, likely a masculine energy, feeling like they're in a metaphorical prison cell, lost in deep thought and reflection. This separation, whether from you or from other distractions, seems to be pushing them into a space where they can engage in profound self-reflection that wouldn't be possible if they were still surrounded by their usual distractions. It looks like this person has been breaking down a lot of their ego walls through deep self-reflection, and we're starting to see these changes in their behavior and interactions. I'm picking up on these changes because the Thinking Man reversed, symbolizing the release of ego, is aligned with the root chakra, which ties closely to our physical reality. This suggests a major breakthrough is on the horizon. For you, Divine Feminine, if you resonate with that role, you might actually be feeling this masculine's introspective process. I saw a bunch of birds fly by, which might be a sign or symbol for you. Through energetic transference, where you pick up on someone's energy, thoughts, or feelings, you might have been feeling unusually drained or restless lately. This could be because you're picking up on the breakthrough this masculine is going through. It's like you're sensing something significant is about to unfold. I'm picking up on a strong sense of wanting to find balance and compromise. It seems like this masculine is trying to address some past imbalances. There's something about books here. Maybe they read a lot, work with books, or frequently visit libraries. The Strategy card reversed suggests that this masculine may have previously tried to control either you, Divine Feminine, or the situation between you two. This controlling behavior, driven by an ego-based need, created imbalance not only within themselves, but also in your connection, which might have led you to withdraw or pull away. If you're seeing feathers, that could be a meaningful sign for you right now. It seems like this masculine, with the Strategy card reversed and focusing on bringing balance back, is experiencing a revelation from his higher self. He's realizing through this introspective journey, almost like a spiritual timeout, that his love for you is stronger than his old ego-driven need to control the situation. He understands now that he has to let go of trying to dictate how, when, or by whom love comes to him. There's an energy here where this masculine wanted a solid plan or certainty about love before making the necessary moves to bring you, Divine Feminine, some peace, confirmation, or connection. It's almost like his fear of losing control has been amplified by his feelings for you, feelings so intense they make him feel out of control more than anything else in his life. This overwhelming love brings up fears and challenges his sense of control, but it's also pushing him to let go of that ego-driven need to control everything. It looks like many of the masculines coming through are experiencing a lot of emotional pain, often waking up in the middle of the night or lying awake feeling grief or heartbreak. They're telling themselves, "But I don't let anyone see this. I keep it hidden." This pain, even though they're keeping it private, is actually a sign of their heart chakra being deeply activated and opened. Divine Feminine, you might be picking up on this as well. If you suddenly feel an unexpected urge to cry or experience emotions that seem to come out of nowhere, it could be because you're energetically connecting with this masculine's hidden pain. Even if you're in regular communication with him, he might not be fully open about the depth of his emotional struggles during those quiet, lonely moments at night. I'm also picking up on someone who might have very short hair or a buzz cut. Remember, if specific names or details come through, they're usually meant for particular individuals, so don't worry if it doesn't resonate with you. All right, let's dive into what this masculine is grappling with during those restless nights of regret and grief. With action reversed, it feels like he's stuck in a difficult place. He's saying, "I feel trapped because my heart, represented by the man holding a heart upright, is opening up to you, Divine Feminine, and I'm overwhelmed by all this love. Yet, I don't know how to handle it, or what to do with these intense feelings. I'm being pushed to let go of control, as suggested by strategy reversed, and I'm still facing fears that come with this shift." Exciting news! We're thrilled to announce that channel membership is now available. By joining, you'll get exclusive perks, behind-the-scenes content, and special access to our community. It's a fantastic way to support the channel and get even more out of your experience with us. Click the Join button to explore the membership options and see what exciting benefits await you. We can't wait to welcome you to our growing family and share more amazing content together. Despite the simplicity of the message, it's deeply felt. I love you. It might seem straightforward, but it's a powerful sentiment that many of these masculines are experiencing. This feeling could also be linked to the communication breakthrough energy we saw at the start of the reading, hinting at what they may want to express. The numbers 12 or 21 might be significant for someone, and December could also play a role here. When the door to personal healing and happiness is reversed and connected with the crown chakra, it suggests that there's been a divine purpose behind recent separations and shifts. This might not resonate with everyone, but for many, this energy indicates that higher forces, your higher selves, spirit guides, and divine influences have orchestrated certain situations. These situations may have caused sleepless nights, anxiety, and uncertainty in your conscious mind. With rest and rejuvenation reversed and the broken heart card upright, it's clear that these experiences may have manifested as grief or heartbreak in the physical world. If you've been physically separated from this divine masculine, it's important to know that this separation was divinely guided. It's all part of a larger plan designed by your higher selves and the guides to facilitate a significant spiritual shift. Even though both of you have been feeling mutual heartbreak during this time apart, one of you might have been more vocal about it than the other. The purpose of this divine separation, which is really just an illusion since you're deeply connected, is becoming clearer. With the thinking man reversed and the man holding a heart upright, it's evident that this separation was meant to break down the masculine's ego walls and encourage a full-hearted opening. This time apart has been instrumental in activating and awakening his heart chakra, pushing him to confront and release those ego barriers. It looks like your heart chakra activation started when you and this masculine connected in some meaningful way, whether in person, through dreams, or on a deeper astral level. Since then, you, Divine Feminine, have been allowing this heart chakra energy to break down any remaining ego walls and envelop you in unconditional love. It's been a challenging journey. I'm seeing the number 1414 here. But you're reaching a point where this heart opening is radically transforming your physical mindset and life. This transformation might have involved collapsing old timelines, experiencing what felt like multiple ego deaths, and perhaps burning bridges or saying goodbyes. But now, with adjacent possibilities reversed, you're solidifying your path onto your highest timeline. You're achieving this by continuously aligning with higher vibrational states of being. On the flip side, while the divine masculine also experienced heart chakra activation through your connection, whether it was in person, spiritually, or energetically, he seems to have hit a snag in his awakening process. Deep-seated fears began to surface, pulling him back into fear-based thinking and a separation mindset. As you, divine feminine, continued to awaken and rise onto your highest timeline, it might have felt like you were moving forward while he remained stuck in his own process. This delay in his heart chakra activation may have reached a point where a physical or communication separation was necessary to break through the ego walls that were fortifying around his heart. His higher self is saying, it was just too triggering. Essentially, his guides realized that your 3D connection was holding you back from fully stepping into your highest timeline and higher vibrational frequencies. Meanwhile, for him, it was preventing him from fully opening his heart due to intense triggers and fears, leading him to build emotional walls around himself. This might explain why a separation was needed on a divine level to move into the next phase of awakening for both of you. For you, divine feminine, it probably felt overwhelming trying to carry the burden of the masculine's heart-opening journey. It's important to remember that you can't do his awakening work for him. The Door to Personal Healing and Happiness card indicates that he needed to confront his own fears and do his own inner work. In trying to handle his awakening, you were getting weighed down, which kept you tied to lower vibrational timelines and hindered your own growth. Even though this separation was necessary, it doesn't make it any less confusing or painful for either of you. Looking into the future, it's clear there's a lot of uncertainty. That's why the concept of surrender keeps coming up for both of you. The call is to embrace deeper trust and faith that everything is unfolding as it should, with perfect divine timing. Trust that everything is aligning for you, even if the path ahead remains unclear. Today's reading revolves around the themes of heart chakra activation, opening, and the role of surrender. Although the physical experiences might have been painful, they were actually crucial for allowing this heart chakra transformation to unfold for both of you. For the divine feminine, from a higher perspective, this separation or disconnect was likely necessary. Even though you've always been incredibly heart-open and energetically fluid, which may have made it hard to set boundaries in the past, the next phase of your heart chakra journey involves developing a new kind of strength. This strength comes from deep, unconditional self-love, which allows you to establish strong, healthy, energetic boundaries. By cultivating this self-love, you'll be better equipped to protect your energy and not absorb everything around you. It's about taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, and offering yourself the same love and compassion you've always extended to others. I sense that this journey might have felt quite lonely at times. I'm picking up on someone almost reaching out into the darkness, feeling, I'm so tired of being alone, or I'm exhausted by this loneliness. This loneliness might be felt by the divine feminine, even when surrounded by others or emotionally connected to people. If you're feeling this way, divine feminine, I'd like to pull a starseed oracle card for you to offer some guidance. The Cosmic Heart, Devotion, Potency. Make your life a moving prayer. Here's a message from the Starseed Oracle Deck Guidebook. When you embrace a state of devotion, you align yourself with the flow of life. You're being invited to turn inward, honor the intelligence of your heart, and cherish your inner temple. Live your life as a continuous prayer, reconnecting with your core truth and dedicating yourself to what matters most to you. If you're feeling a sense of loneliness, it's important to understand that part of your soul's journey on Earth involves navigating a challenging path. This journey has been about opening your heart in a way that allows the frequency of unconditional love to flow through you, raising your vibration to a level of purity that many may not reach in a single lifetime. It's like you're living on a plane of love that aligns with your highest timeline. This profound level of love and vibration can feel lonely because you're paving the way for others to follow. Like leaders who often work alone or appear highly independent, you too are embodying these elevated states of being. The higher frequencies you inhabit may not always come with a sense of community, unlike the lower vibrations. Remember, your path is unique and vital, and even in moments of solitude, you are contributing to a greater collective understanding of unconditional love. You won't be walking this path alone. If you're feeling particularly isolated right now, know that there are others out there who share your soul's frequency. You're in a very magnetic state, and the connections you're drawing in will be deeply fulfilling and meaningful. You're attracting those who resonate with your higher frequency of love, and you might even elevate connections from your past to this new level, experiencing them in a fresh and transformative way. This is especially relevant for divine feminines on a twin flame journey. There's potential to bring a divine masculine from your past up to these higher states of love, creating what feels like a brand new, elevated connection between the two of you. This new bond will be a transformed version of your relationship, enriched by the higher frequencies you both are now reaching. Of course, not everyone will have the same intention or experience. If reconnecting with a past soul connection isn't your goal, don't worry. This message still applies to you. You might be attracting a high-level soulmate, friend, or a significant romantic connection. You could have already had glimpses of these connections through dreams, chance encounters, or even subtle energetic interactions. Expect to see more of these meaningful connections unfolding in your life. With patience reversed, there's a message for someone who's been waiting a long time for a specific soul connection or a transformed relationship to manifest. It feels like something you've been anticipating is finally coming to fruition. The man holding a coin, reversed, suggests that you might have been waiting for an unawakened or unhealed masculine energy to meet you on your level. This could mean that this masculine has been working on his healing in the background and is about to show visible progress, or that you've been holding on to this person from your past. As you embrace surrender and continue to radiate unconditional love, starting with self-love, you'll find that loosening your grip allows something truly aligned with you to come into your life. This new connection will be drawn to you by the magnetic energy of your unconditional love. Now, let's see what messages come through for twin flames, tuning into this reading. The first card we have is the Magician and the Mirror in reverse, which is a key card for twin flame connections. The numbers 35 or 53 might be relevant for someone. I'm also seeing the card Earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. It feels like someone here might be experiencing a sense of isolation right now. You might be going through a challenging period in your physical life, but you're also a deeply spiritual being, which can make the human experience feel even more difficult. If this resonates with you, you may have always been highly sensitive and carried a lot of light for others. This sensitivity can make it tough to navigate the everyday demands of human life, leaving you feeling overwhelmed or disconnected at times. I want to take a moment to emphasize why I share these readings on YouTube. My goal is to help you, as a deeply spiritual and sensitive individual, feel less isolated and more connected. If something resonates with you, please feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments. I'm here to connect with you and our community. Now, we have the Great Severing card, representing Mars, energy, anger, conflict, and the shift towards love. This card is associated with the third eye chakra. It seems like recent events in your physical life might have pushed you into a deeper state of surrender. You could have faced unexpected challenges, or felt physically drained, or even unwell. This card suggests that your circumstances have been nudging you towards surrender rather than constant action. With the action card showing up upright, it's like your approach to taking action is being recalibrated. Instead of pushing or forcing things, you're being guided to first focus on the energy around you and let inspiration lead your actions. This shift is all about healing and aligning with your divine feminine energy. You might be feeling like, I can't force this to happen. I need to surrender to the universe and refocus on where my true power lies, which is in shifting and aligning with the right energy. We also have the All Tied Up card upright, indicating that something in your physical world might feel stuck or in limbo. It could be a situation in your relationships where you feel like you're waiting for things to move forward, or it might be related to your life path or purpose. You may have a deep passion, but find yourself uncertain about how to proceed or what steps to take next. If you're feeling stuck, here's what you need to know. This stagnation might be linked to a divine masculine energy that's currently healing, which could be within yourself. This process might involve developing your inner confidence and self-worth so you can establish strong boundaries and support yourself in the ways you truly deserve. It's like your internal masculine energy is undergoing a transformation, which is necessary for any external situations to start moving forward. This period of feeling stuck could actually be giving you the chance to build that self-confidence and self-worth, setting you up to move forward naturally and clearly when the time is right. For some of you, this feeling of being stuck might be tied to an external situation, especially if you're involved with a physical twin flame. You might find yourself saying, I care deeply for this person, but it feels like I can't move things forward or it's beyond my control. Or perhaps, my intuition is guiding me to wait and focus on my own fresh start. The Sun card, symbolizing new beginnings, suggests that this is a time to concentrate on your own growth and new opportunities. Your spirit guides and intuition are urging you to stay focused on this new chapter, even if your heart keeps looking back at the stagnant situation involving a divine masculine. Remember, you can't control his journey or healing process, and sometimes the best move is to nurture your own fresh start. I'm picking up on a divine masculine who is in the midst of a deep spiritual awakening, but seems to be struggling with accepting certain truths. It's like he's facing some harsh realities about the consequences of his choices or the ongoing effects of sticking with karmic patterns. These realizations are hitting him hard, almost like a wake-up call. On the flip side, divine feminine. You're being guided to not only embrace this new beginning, but also to stay grounded and connected to yourself. The appreciation card keeps coming up, highlighting the importance of self-love and self-appreciation. It's a reminder to build that strong sense of self-worth from within, rather than relying on external sources or relationships to fulfill it. Now, let's explore what's going on for the divine feminines. I'm tuning into the root chakra, and the temple path card is reversed. I had a download about this before recording, and I wasn't sure if it would come up, but it's interesting that it's showing now. The word violet is coming through for someone. So if that resonates with you, it might hold some significance in your current journey. I'm picking up that many twin flames are currently experiencing two key things. First, there's an increase in energetic exchange between you, which might even lead to sharing physical symptoms or emotions, even if you're not in direct contact. For those divine feminines out there, if you've been feeling some unusual physical discomfort or illness recently that doesn't seem to come from your own energy or thoughts, it might actually be coming from your divine masculine counterpart through this energetic exchange. I want to touch on two key things that many twin flames are experiencing right now. First, there's a lot of heightened energetic exchange between you and your counterpart, which might even mean sharing physical symptoms or emotions, even if you're not in direct contact. Specifically, divine feminine. If you've been feeling unusual physical discomfort or illness lately that doesn't seem to be coming from your own energy or mind, it might be a sign that you're picking up on something from your divine masculine. The second thing is that some divine feminines may be experiencing what might feel like psychic attacks. But don't worry, there's no need to be afraid. You are always divinely protected, and you can stay open-hearted and confident because you are shielded. When I mention psychic attacks, I'm referring to the way unconscious collective energies might trigger shadows that then reflect back to you in ways that feel uncomfortable or unsettling. This can make you feel off balance or uneasy, even though it doesn't truly reflect your current state. For example, if you've been feeling really balanced, abundant, and at peace, and then suddenly you're hit with a wave of fear, anxiety, or even panic, it might be a sign of a psychic attack. You might have unsettling dreams, feel unusually tired, or experience physical discomfort that feels out of sync with your usual high vibrational state. If this resonates with you, it could mean that your light is shining so brightly that it's triggering collective shadows, which then reflect back to you in these unsettling ways. It's a sign that your energy is powerful enough to stir up unconscious fears in the collective, which then come back to you energetically. You might notice this feeling even in interactions with others. Maybe you've had a strange or unsettling encounter with someone that doesn't quite align with your usual energy. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comments. For you, Divine Feminine, we have the Yin-Yang card reversed, the Angel of Balance reversed, and the Crown Chakra reversed. You might be experiencing some fatigue or feeling disconnected from your usual higher states of peace, freedom, and joy. This could be a sign of imbalance or disconnection, possibly linked to psychic attacks or energetic interference from your divine masculine counterpart. It might be causing you to feel out of sync with your normal high vibrational state. It seems like your twin flame connection might be feeling a bit heavy right now. Even if you're physically apart from your divine masculine, you might be picking up on his struggles and energetically sharing that load. Let's dive into his energy to see what's going on. The Temple Path card, reversed, indicates that he might be having a tough time connecting with his own spiritual side. If you've been feeling a bit disconnected from your higher self and the usual sense of peace, it could be because his challenges are affecting you. It seems like the divine masculine is really struggling with embracing his spiritual side because it clashes with his logical, analytical mindset. He's in a tough spot where his usual rational approach isn't working, leaving him feeling lost and unsure. It's almost like he's caught between two worlds, one that makes sense to him and one that feels completely foreign and unsettling. This internal conflict is making him feel disconnected and disoriented as he grapples with new, confusing insights that don't fit into his usual logical framework. It feels like the divine masculine is in a tough spot right now. He's wrestling with his spiritual side because it clashes with his logical mind. This inner conflict is causing a lot of chaos and confusion for him, and you might be picking up on some of that turmoil yourself. Since you and your divine masculine are energetically linked, his struggles can affect you too. With the Angel of Balance card reversed, it's clear that there's a lot of energetic exchange happening between you two. You might be feeling a bit off balance or unsettled because of this. I also got the name Crystal, or a name with CHR in it, just something to keep in mind. Despite all this confusion, it's actually pushing him toward making heart-centered decisions. The action card, showing up in his heart space, suggests that he's being guided to take steps that align with his true feelings. On a higher level, he's aware that he's trying to catch up to you spiritually. You, as the divine feminine, often lead in the higher, more spiritual realms like the crown and third eye chakras, while he tends to be more rooted in the lower chakras. This dynamic can sometimes make it feel like you're paving the way for him in the spiritual journey. It's like the divine masculine is starting to see that he needs to catch up with the deep spiritual understanding that the divine feminine has already embraced. Right now, he's being pushed through the chaos and confusion he's experiencing to take action that truly comes from the heart. He's beginning to understand that if he wants to connect with you, his communication needs to be heartfelt and genuine. Divine feminine, your intuition is so sharp that you can feel when communication from the divine masculine isn't authentic. He's subconsciously aware of this too, and it's driving him to speak and act from a place of true emotional honesty. With the Goddess of the Moon card highlighting the throat chakra, we're seeing a deep awakening for the divine feminine. This card signifies that the divine masculine is realizing he needs to tap into his own inner divine feminine qualities, his intuition, emotional depth, and sensitivity. He's coming to understand that if he wants to reach out to you in a way that resonates, he needs to connect with these aspects of himself. You're in a space where you're fiercely protecting your peace and well-being, nurturing the beautiful life you're creating for yourself. With envy in reverse, you're finding fulfillment and self-love within, and you're not willing to compromise that for any connection, including with your divine masculine. He needs to approach you with genuine, heartfelt communication if he hopes to meet you on your terms. I'm really tuning into what the divine masculine wants to communicate right now. There's a strong desire to reach out, but he knows this communication needs to come straight from the heart. It's about reconnecting with his own inner divine feminine, his intuition and emotional depth. This is at the heart of the twin flame journey. It's about integrating our opposite energies internally to achieve balance, or what we call 5D union within ourselves. This inner harmony makes us more magnetic and open to meaningful connections and interactions in the physical world with our twin flame. I'm picking up on a divine masculine who's feeling restless and is struggling with sleep. He's saying, "You have my heart," and I'm seeing that he feels you're the only one who truly holds it. Despite past experiences with karmic relationships, he always sensed that those connections weren't on his level, spiritually speaking. There was a deep-down feeling that these karmic ties didn't align with his soul, even though his ego might have kept him stuck in them. Now, through his spiritual awakening, that ego-driven logic is falling away, and he's being pushed towards a fresh start with you, divine feminine. You're the only one who he sees as his true match or equal, and he's realizing that all the old patterns are giving way to a new beginning with you. When I mention with you, I'm referring to the spiritual and energetic connection. You have the freedom to choose how you want to engage with your twin flame in the physical world, whether that means interacting, communicating, or being in a relationship with him. But what I'm seeing is that the divine masculine is working to align himself with this higher version of himself. He's striving to catch up spiritually through his powerful awakening and align with his true purpose on earth. This journey is about him syncing up with the higher, more authentic version of himself that he's beginning to remember. Right now, the divine masculine is deep into a profound heart-healing process, working through a lot of grief and pain in his heart chakra. You, divine feminine, might be feeling this shift too, as it could manifest as heightened emotions or physical sensations in your heart center. While it's always good to check in with a medical professional if you're experiencing any physical symptoms, these feelings could also be tied to the energetic changes happening in the divine masculine's heart space. He's recognizing the need to realign spiritually and connect with his true purpose, something he's been blind to in the past. The divine masculine is facing some intense, eye-opening realizations that are making it impossible for him to continue denying his reality. The divine masculine is longing for a deep sense of peace, something he's only ever experienced in the presence of his divine feminine. I'm seeing an image of a man in a suit or tuxedo. This might resonate with someone. He's strategizing and planning his approach, wanting to come forward in a genuine, clear, and respectful way. He's determined to step up and offer you the love, care, and support you deserve in the physical world. However, he knows he first needs to achieve his own balance and clarity, as indicated by the Magician and the Mirror card reversed. It seems like the divine masculine is going through a particularly tough time right now, and you might be picking up on these intense feelings energetically, divine feminine. This could help clarify some of what you're experiencing. I'll be diving deeper into messages from both the divine masculine and divine feminine's higher selves to shed light on what's happening at a higher spiritual level while we navigate our physical lives. It feels like this person is magnetically drawn to you when you're embracing self-love. My guides are showing me that each time you nurture yourself and your own well-being, this person seems to draw closer. On the flip side, when you stray from self-love, you might sense a growing distance between you and them. If you've had interactions, you might notice times when communication flows smoothly and feels deeply connected, while other times it feels more distant. This ebb and flow in your connection could very well reflect how aligned you are with practicing self-love. So, the depth and closeness of this bond in the physical world seem to be influenced by how much you nurture yourself in the moment. It seems like this message might be directed at just a few people, and it could also be playing out on a cosmic level. So don't be surprised if these aren't necessarily physical interactions. It might just be your guides letting you know that self-love is what attracts the love you truly deserve and desire. You can interpret this message in a way that feels right for you, whether it's broad or very personal. Remember, your intuition is your personal guide through all of this. My aim with these readings is to help you reconnect with that inner voice and offer some confirmation of what you might already be sensing. Always trust what resonates with you and aligns with your own intuition. To wrap up this YouTube reading, I'm going to draw one final card from the Rumi Oracle deck. The card that came up is 1, but interestingly, it appeared in reverse. Right away, I felt a message coming through. Even if we are apart, spiritually, we are still one. This seems to be a strong message from the higher self of a divine masculine who might be feeling a distance, whether emotional or physical, from a divine feminine. Let's take a moment to read from the guidebook. You are a living heart, the center point between heaven and earth, star and soil, light and dark. This oracle brings you guidance. Just as an acorn becomes an oak tree, you will manifest your destiny. Embrace who you are, and life will respond, easing your way. What you need will naturally find you, without anxiety or stress. Desires and their fulfillment are one, like lovers drawn together by the universe, even through confusion. Balance and integration you seek are approaching you swiftly now. Rumi's words add a beautiful touch. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. It captured me and flew into infinite space, where my body became all soul. In the tenderness of love, the heavens dissolved, and my existence drowned in the sea of love. The Blood Angel Oracle also brings a special message. You're receiving the gift of more life, growth, energy, and divine presence. This means more sunsets to balance the sunrises, a reminder that as you welcome more, you must also make space for it. Embrace both the sunsets and sunrises to fully receive the gift of new life. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below the video. As we conclude this reading, if you found it meaningful, I'd love for you to subscribe and join our wonderful community here on YouTube. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Magnetize Official. Sending you all my love today. Take care, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next reading.